Okay, so 8-1 is solving systems of equations. What are 3 ways we can solve systems of equations?
Using a calculator. Plugging in
Substitution.
Substitution,
Substitution.
elimination,
I
and
hate elimination. It's awful.
what's the other way?
Oh, substitution, I love substitution.
Substitution, elimination, or
Both of them.
the third way is probably the way nobody does it, but by graphing. Because you can find the solution point. Okay, what would be the easiest way to solve this system? Substitution or elimination?
Elimination.
Why elimination, Tyler?
Because you can get rid of the y and the x because they're negative.
Right, so these are opposite of each other, so if I just add all this together, I'll be able to do this. What's x plus x?
2x.
And what is y plus negative y?
0.
And what is 4 plus 2?
Divide by 2.
And x equals... Now what do I have to do with that?
Plug it back in.
Does it matter which equation I plug it into?
No. Everybody
No.
This is so easy.
I'm gonna plug it in here, and I'm gonna say 3 minus y equals 2, subtract 3, negative y equals negative 1,
Divide by -1.
y equals 1. So when you give me a solution, you're gonna give me a point of 3, 1,
Dab on it.
okay?
Hit 'em with the dab.
Listen, unless directions are specific in what they're saying, specific in what they're saying, stop talking, unless they're specific in what they're saying, I don't care what way you solve. Okay, whatever is easiest for you is fine by me. Now, here is a example of a word problem where we're gonna have to set up equations and then use one of these systems to solve. A total of $1,200 is invested in 2 funds, paying 5% and 3% simple interest. It says the yearly interest is $500. How much is invested at each rate? How would I set up equations to solve that?
12,000 equals
X plus what?
x.
You're on the right track, Tony.
12,000 equals. I
Yes.
said that.
12,000 equals.
Sonny, what's wrong? Touch me one more time.
Oh, why don't break by
12,000 equals what?
How much is invested at each rate? Well, you're gonna have to make 2 different equations, right?
You do have to make 2 different equations.
Point 0.05 and 1.03.
Okay,
Okay.
one is 0.05, one is 0.03, but does that go with the 12,000 or the 500?
500
Why?
because it's how much is being interested.
Yes, because that's the
That's
total interest I gained from them.
Yeah.
So 500
500
equals 0.05x
equals
plus 0.03y. What does 1,200 equal?
y. Wait, no, I lied.
X plus
X
Okay, well,
plus
don't
y.
lie.
Yeah, x plus y. Just
I
x plus
stole
y.
that from Tyler.
1. Amen, sister.
Now, how do you solve? What do you want to do?
I would say substitution. Yeah, substitution, because then you like either add x or y.
Yeah. So let's solve this for y, correct?
Okay.
So I would subtract x.
12,000 minus x equals y. And then you plug that into the other equation.
Plug this into the y here, yes.
Yes.
500
equals 0.05x plus 0.03 parentheses 12,000 minus x close parentheses.
Okay, so then I get 500 equals 0.05x plus, what's 0.03 times 12,000? So what's 3% of 12,000?
360.
360.
I wish I had.
Plus points, or, I'm sorry, not plus, minus 0.03x.
Then you can
Subtract
combine those
3.
two.
I'm gonna subtract 360 over here, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. When I do that, 500 minus 360,
140.
good. So you get 140 equals, and it's 0.02x, yes, because 0.05 and 0.03.
Divide by 0.02.
Divide by 0.02, and you get
Cake.
x equals 7,000. Now, what do I have to do with that?
Plug it back into the first equation.
Oh, yeah, so I can plug it straight into here to solve, yes,
Yeah.
makes it easier because it's already arranged that way.
Y equals 12,000 minus 7,000.
y equals 12,000 minus 5,000 equals 5,000.
No, minus 7,000.
Who is
I
doing
said
what the-
You said minus 5,000.
Yeah, you did.
equals 5,000.
Okay. So then my solution is 7,000, 5,000, 5K. Okay, that is a way where we have to create equations and then solve using substitution or elimination. Now, how would you wanna solve this one?
I wouldn't wanna solve that.
First of all, you need to make it.
Ooh, I think you could do either, but I like substitution better. Can we do that?
You like substitution better?
Yeah, because then you could just,
I like elimination better.
okay, guess we're doing elimination.
But that's because of this. Here's why I like elimination. Because you see how this is y and y?
But they're both negative.
But that's okay, I would just put negative in front of here. So I would subtract them from each other instead of adding them to each other. And that way I get rid of the y's that I just am plugging straight in for x.
Alright, go ahead, subtract.
Okay, so if I subtract this,
So you get x squared,
x squared
what's
What's 4x?
plus 2x
plus 2x
equals 6. Wait, no.
equals 8, because it's a negative and a negative.
Yeah, sorry.
Equals 8. Okay, now,
Minus, yeah, you can't do that, that's a lie.
you can. Subtract 8 to the other side,
Oh, equals, and then you did like a factor.
and then you have to factor, because listen, either way, you were gonna have to factor on this, so it doesn't matter.
Wait, so all of it?
So what multiplies to give you negative 8 and adds to give you positive 2?
4.
Which one's positive, which one's negative?
Negative 4, negative 4.
Switch it, negative 2. So then x equals 2 or negative 4. Meaning I need to plug both of them in to see which one works.
So whatever.
Or how many solutions could I have here?
2.
Because it could be something like a parabola with a line through it.
Yeah.
Or a circle with a parabola through it.
I say just plug it in the graphic calculator, see what you get.
There's another way to do that. Remember, graphing is an option. So you have a graphing calculator, and if I were to plug it into a graphing calculator, here's the only thing. The only problem is if I tried to plug this into a graphing calculator, what form do I have to put both of these into?
Y equals.
Y equals. Y equals. So this would, you would have to rearrange your equations before you plug it into your
So
calculator.
that's a waste of time. Next. Just plug them in and check.
So plug them in and check. I'm gonna plug these in to the smaller equations
Yes, that's easier.
because it's easier. So
4
let's,
minus y
guys,
plus negative
stop
1
talking.
plus 4, hold on, 4 minus.
2 times 2 minus negative 4 equals negative 1. Does 4 plus 4 equal negative 1?
Where'd you get negative 4?
Because it's 2 or negative 4. Oh, because I plugged in the wrong thing, didn't I? Sorry. So 4 plus 2, does that equal
Which
negative
one are
1?
you plugging into, the first one? No, you don't have to, because it's y. You only plug it in for x. So you just write y.
Oh, I mean, don't. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
I was smarter than math teacher.
Okay, so 2 times 2 minus y equals negative 1.
4
So
minus y equals negative 1, minus 4, you get negative 5.
negative y equals negative 5,
Then
so
you get
y
minus 5.
equals 5. So then one solution is 2, 5, yes?
Mm-hmm. Now if you plug in negative 4, you get negative 8 minus y equals negative 1, and then you add 8 and you get 7. And then
Negative y equals 7.
yeah, that's
Plan, not gonna say that.
Okay, so then your solution is,
negative 4, negative 7. Down.
Is that another bar good?
there's,
Bro, why you keep saying that, cuz?
I'm sorry.
I don't know what she's doing, just sit
Man, you want some other stuff.
Okay, now, what about this next system? Solve this system, negative x plus y equals 4, x squared plus y equals 3, what do you wanna do?
Elimination.
Elimination, what do you want to do to eliminate?
Eliminate the y.
How?
But put a negative in front of it.
Put a negative in front, good. What is, that would just be negative x squared, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I would have negative x, because there's no x down here. What's y minus y? 0. And 4 minus 3 is,
Wait, where did the second x come from?
well, because this is an x squared, that's just a regular
Oh, yeah,
x.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So then I get this, I'm gonna actually transfer these to this side so that my leading coefficient is positive. So I'm gonna have 0 equals x squared plus x plus 1, I have to factor that. What multiplies to give me 1 and adds to give me 1? No, because if I did 1 and 1, I would get 2x.
Oh, negative 2.
Ooh, what?
It's already there.
Minus x from.
Because I have a subtraction sign here, so negative x squared, and then this x up here is not an x squared, so you still have to say negative x minus, and there's no x down here, so you get a negative x. 1 and 1 gives me 2x in the middle, so that's not gonna work. So if it doesn't,
Factorable.
so if it's not factorable, what do you have to use?
You skip the problem.
Nope.
Right, C doesn't have the answer.
Praise
Yeah.
the Lord, on the game.
What is that?
Quadratic.
The quadratic
Oh,
formula. The quadratic formula. So opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. What is b? X. So 1. 1 squared minus 4, a is 1, c is 1. Oh good, they gave us easy numbers to work with. So then I get negative 1 plus or minus the square root of, what's 1 squared minus 4? Negative 3. Okay, here's my problem. What's wrong with that?
You can't have a negative in the radical, so you need an I.
You need an I. Beautiful, Talia. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow, we get it, Talia.
So then I get negative 1
I don't
plus
hear
or
much help from back
minus
there.
I radical 3 over 2.
Not like a-
Okay? Now, here's the deal. Because I have an imaginary solution there, can I plug that back in and solve for y?
No.
Ooh, no, it would be extremely difficult to do.
So we leave it like this.
So you're going to plug this into your graphing calculator to figure out what your y's are. Which means you would have to change this equation to say y equals 4 plus x, yes? And this one would say y equals negative x squared plus 3. And then you'll be able to figure it out, okay? So sometimes when we get imaginary solutions, we need to take it a step further and actually graph it.
Why did you just start with that?
Because you don't know from the beginning. Could you look at that and tell me, oh, imaginary solution? No.
Bro, I can tell you imaginary solution for every one of them, you gonna get one of them right.
Why didn't we use
Why
what?
didn't we use the quadratic formula for the one in the blue?
Because it was factorable. Now, tell me, how would you solve this? Y equals ln x, x plus y equals 1.
Ooh,
You
you
said
do
what,
that?
Jenner? Okay, let's substitute it, because it already says y equals, correct? So let's say,
X plus ln x equals 1.
what is ln x?
The natural
X
law.
to
Natural log. It's natural log, yes?
Okay.
Okay. So can I do substitution and solve from there?
Not factorable.
It's not, because there's no squared involved, right? Okay.
Take the natural log of 1.
But I can't take the natural log of 1 because it's the natural log of x.
Wait, confusing.
Bro, that don't make sense. Why would
Okay? So you would have to, yeah, Talia's right. We're gonna have to do a lot of thinking on this. And we would have to use e. Or, what do you think would be a simpler way to do this from the start?
I see.
What is this in right now? Y equals, what do you think you should put that in?
Y equals.
Can I graph y equals ln x?
Yeah.
Can I graph y minus x plus 1?
Yes.
Why don't you graph ones that have natural log in them?
That's a good idea.
Okay, because here's the deal, if not, then I have to do that whole e to the power of natural log, cancel out, e
And I
over
tell you,
here.
you just grab
Nobody wants to do that, right? Okay, so
Well, that
just
was fun.
graph those and we'll get an easier solution that way,
Go like that, then you go like that.
okay? And there should be one solution, and I believe it's something
It's
like
it's 1.
1 0 or something,
0.
1 0.
Where's Ellen again?
It's on the right, it's on the left, 2 up
Right here.
1.
Anybody want a minute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toss it over here.
Okay.
Toss it in my mouth.
So that's
Oh,
what
hold on.
we are working on today.
Guess
Do you
number.
think that is easier
What's
than
that?
last
7.
section?
Oh, yes.
What do you say?
Okay.
7.
Just because they don't, because they.
Yes.